Environmental factors in the marketing plan. Chapter 4 is where we start our discussion today. When we're looking at these environmental factors, it's important to understand that from a social, an economic, a technological, a competitive, and a legal standpoint, these environmental factors should work to help or to operate in concert with our marketing plan. When you find your marketing plan is out of balance, a lot of times you can go back to these, and this is just five of them. There are numerous environmental factors. You can go back to the factors and see where the imbalance is, and then that gives you an indication as to how you might consider changing your plan. So let's start with social factors. We conduct a social audit, which is a part of scanning, we could say, and we talked about in another chapter. This is the development of socially responsible efforts and it's assessment of how well you're doing. Of course, in marketing, we're always looking for demographics, information about age, gender, sexual orientation, income, culture, diversity. Those are always important to the marketing plan effort. And then there's a code of ethics that we operate by. So this is a statement of our ethical principles, the rules of the road on how we conduct ourselves socially. Now, economic factors then in turn really take a look at whether or not we are looking at income from a discretionary or disposable standpoint, our attitude about spending or saving, and then our lifestyle, how we operate on a regular basis as our pattern of living and our totality of being a person. So these economic factors weigh into what we plan and how we pull our marketing plan together. From a technology standpoint, technology moves very quickly, so the pace is important. Understanding how fast and then how it alters is significant as well. How we develop and build consumer values is important from a marketing standpoint, and especially as it relates to product development and then change, because change is a constant in our marketing plan. We're looking at behavioral change and performance change and how those, from a technology standpoint, can help enhance our overall marketing plan. Competitive factors. We start to look at brand and whether or not we have similar products, similar consumers, and similar pricing out in the marketplace. From an industry standpoint, again, talking about competition, are we looking at the same products for all competitors? And that's how we're operating competitively. And then from a generic perspective, we can look at this and say, well, everyone's the competition and we're all competing for the same dollars. Legally, we look at competition to help us from a regulatory standpoint. And two acts that really helped open up competition was the Sherman Antitrust Act and the Clayton Act. And they really made it illegal to have monopolies and then to have prejudice against people because they weren't allowed into the market for fair play. And then on the other side of the coin, there's self-regulation that we look at within our environmental factors and entities like the Better Business Bureau, and then there are compliance entities that are in our particular industry or business area. So, let's ask ourselves a few questions. How do we weave these factors into our marketing plan? Why is it difficult to build a marketing plan with these factors in play? When we're building the marketing plan, do these factors plan for or against our effort and our work? And is one factor more influential than another? If you can start to build answers around those questions, you're probably putting yourself in a good position to understand not only the marketing plan, but more importantly, how the environmental factors influence or enhance the marketing plan. Here are some definitions that will probably be beneficial to you. Social factors, economic factors, technological factors, competitive factors, and then legal factors. So what did we learn today? Well, we learned that these environmental factors should be able to influence our marketing plan in a way that it enhances it, not that it impedes it. And so if we have that impediment going within our plan and our structure, that's probably an indicator that there's an imbalance somewhere, and you can start with the environmental factors to try to find out where that imbalance is. Here is your thought for the day. Paint objects as you think them, not as you see them.